Hello everyone, this is Riaz. This is my demonstration for the Medical Informatics Engineering Coding Challenge. So in the coding challenge, I was tasked with to implement three main functionalities. The first one is ability to add and edit a board game record, and the second one is ability to add multiple game session records associated with the game. And then main screen should include a listing of all the available games, including the date of the most recent game session for each game, right? So this is my demonstration for it. Let's dive right in. This is my index page or the home page, and you can see all the list of available games here, right? And then at the top I have this navigation bar with three options: add game, add session, and analytics. Analytics is an additional feature that I've added, and all of this website is being run using Docker Compose file, so that it runs the two containers of the database and the app simultaneously. And then yeah, let's say I want to edit a game, right? I want to edit a game named Battleship. So this is my edit game. So each of the tile has two options, either to edit or add session. uh, so clicking these specific two options to a tile only gives us the ability to change information regarding only to that game, right? So I want to go ahead and edit the Battleship game. So let's go Battleship, and I want to change it to something called Uno. I don't know if it's a board game. I think it's a card game, but yeah, it's just a game record, right? And then description. I'll say card game with multicolor cards, just for an example. Sorry about the weird description. Right, so minimum players is 2 and maximum players, let's say, 6. And you have the option to choose a file. I don't currently have the file to Uno, so I'm not going to choose anything right now, but when you click it, you'll see the option right here, and you could just go ahead and choose the image, right? And update game. All right, now we have Uno. And since I've edited Battleship game before, we already had a session for it, so it just shows the most recent session date for that specific game. Let's just say I want to add a session here. I'll just go ahead and click on session date. Let's say, okay, something like that. And then 2:41 p.m. This is a test session for Uno. Perfect. And to save it, I'm just going to go ahead and click on add session button right here. And there you go. This is the last played session that I've added right now. Okay. And you could see the updated description for the game here. Since I don't actually have an image, it represents like this. But let's see how the edit game page looks for a game that already has an image. Let's say I want to edit a game chess, right? So this is my edit game. All the information like related to the game is represented here, just like an ad game, and it shows the current image right here, right? And if you don't want any changes, you could just go back to home by clicking this back to home button right here. Okay, and let's just say I'll have too many games in the coming future, so I want to add a session for a specific game. And let's say if I have 20 games, I don't have the time to look or search for the game in the tiles by scrolling all through the home page. I want to go ahead and just add the session, right? So for that reason, I've added this option in the navigation bar called add session in general. So what happens when I click on it? It gives me a list of games, and I could just add the session right there. Let's say I want to add a session for caroms, right? So today's date is 14. Start time, let's say I started somewhere at 8 a.m. and ended the game sometime at 11:43 a.m., right? It was a good game. And to save the session, I'll just click on it, and there you go. Now the last played is actually represented here. That is today. So yeah, let's go ahead and add a game. Right, so I want to go ahead and add a game here in the navigation bar. Enter the game. Let's say I want to add a game name called Pictionary. Right. Identify the pictures presented. Minimum number of players is 2 and maximum, let's say, 8. Right, I don't have an image for this, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on add game, and there you go. Now we have a new game tile called Pictionary. Alright, so this is the working of my add game and add session and edit game options. So these are the main required functionalities according to the challenge. But in additional, like I've told you, I've added a feature called analytics. You can see this in the navigation bar here. So what it actually does is, let's just say you want to share all this analytics or information data to someone or a friend or a family member that doesn't actually have access to the website. So you could just go to the analytics section here. So it shows the total sessions, total number of games, most played game, and total number of hours played. So the total number of hours played is actually the time all the games combined, not to a single specific game. Right. So I just want to download all this data. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this green button called Download Analytics as CSV, and there you go. It says I've downloaded the file named Analytics Data. Right, I just want to go ahead and open it. Alright, now you have game sessions, session count, and last played. You can see that since I have no actual session for Pictionary, it says session count is 0 and last played is never. So what I'm gonna do is back to Pictionary and add a new session. Right, so let's just say I played it today. Okay, let's go with the time. Okay, and add session. Perfect. Now I have add session, and let's see if our analytics actually changes. Right, so now you can see the updated analytics here. So I have 17 total sessions, 7 games, and total number of hours played. And I just download it again, and there you go. This is the new analytics data exported as a CSV file. Now you can see the game Pictionary, session count 1, and the last play, including the start time. Alright, and back to home page. So yeah, this is my demonstration. So I've implemented all the 3 main functionalities with an additional feature, analytics, and added the option to download the analytics data as a CSV file. So yeah, thank you for watching.